those that don't know, what is your specialty? What kind of collector are you?
So for me, ever since I started to get into this, my thing is to collect all video game comics, the rarest variants in 9/8 possible. That's what I've been doing for about 3 to 4 years now. The goal is to have the world's best video game comic collection. That has been my goal. And so far, I'm near 100 books. And I want to say at this point, I'm at least in the lead, if not the king already. Oh. So every week is just more stuff that goes into the pile. But I think I've gotten a lot of the grails and stuff done. So it's just been getting the small stuff and getting extra stuff in every week that I can. But that's been my goal, and I sell comic books all to fund more of the stuff that I actually like. I like to specialize in Golden Age stuff because I have a lot of clients that buy that stuff, and I like looking at it. I think it's cool to find and hunt those treasures. Yeah, so my list of cool stuff that I have today, we got a lot of cool stuff. So this is a variant here. This is Digimon #1. But this is the Dynamic Forces variant. These are very, very, very scarce. There's about 2,000 made, but you really don't see them. You normally see the first print of these. I think there's only a handful of 9/8s in the world for these. I actually got this off of Mile High. He had a lot of them. They're all raw. We're all raw, but they're all gone. They're all gone now. Depleted stock. I've actually got a lot of good stuff from Mile High. Shout out to them. He's pretty good. I got a lot of good video game comics from him. I was hunting this for about a year, and I finally, one of the ones I got was in mint enough shape to send it in, and I got it. That's what I'm very proud of.
So PC.
Yeah, that's in the PC for sure. It goes next to the Pokemon, 100%. And then we got a couple of really cool ones. Let's see. Oh yes, this is because last time you guys, one of the achievement unlocked you were trying to get on me is a book I didn't have, and this is the one I said I will get it the next time we meet. I did manage to acquire the one that I wanted, not just Metal Gear Solid, but the Foxhound variant.
This is the Foxhound variant.
This is one of the rarest ones to find. I got this raw all the way from the great land of Canada, and it came back a perfect, fresh 9/8 grade.
So what makes this unique or different from the other one? Because he has the standard one.
Yeah, this is the retailer incentive variant. So this is, I think, like the 1 in 25 variant. You like never see it. There's one a lot ordered of this copy, so you almost never see it come up. I've seen it on eBay maybe like less than 5 times. There's like the diamond retailer incentive, and I argue this is harder. I've seen diamond retailer incentives. I almost never see these. I think if you ever see them on eBay for anyone 100, 200, I'd say just take it and go. It's very hard.
Okay. Good tip.
Yeah, that's the tip. I want to do like a Gerber scale, but with like video game stuff. I thought about doing that one of these days. Yeah. Some of these are much more scarce than others.
Is this up for sale?
No, I'm sorry. If I have a spare, I'll gladly, whenever I get spares, I gladly sell them. This is some, oh, I love this one. I cannot wait to show you guys this. I was hunting this for a while. This is Tron #1.
Oh, wow.
Big book. This has a cool story for me because I went to a garage sale and the owner, he had a Tron, and I was like, "Oh, are you selling it?" He goes, "No, I'm not selling a Tron." I'm like, "Damn, man, that's the one book I would love," because it was raw, and I was like, oh, I would love to have a 9/8 myself. But I said, that's cool. I looked at the books, I bought a couple things, but I didn't get the book that I wanted. And then I was driving home, and when I parked in the car, I'm like, you know what? I should check eBay really quick. And I was 1 minute left. And it was that, and it was sniped it for like $90, and this thing is way. It was like weird, like Saturday, like 2. It's a bad time to do eBay auctions, so I managed to snag it. This is one of the books I was trying to hunt all of last year. Beautiful. Very tricky, and this one is cool because this actually continues from where the game left off. Like it actually continues the story. So this is one of the legit ones. I believe this one right now is actually 1 of 1 right now. This is Dragon Age #1. This was really tricky. I don't even see this on eBay. I've gone to cons, I don't see it. Mile High had 1. Normally they have a bunch. Mile High always usually has a stack. They had 1 left. And this did make it. And if you don't know, if you never bought from Mile High online, they don't have like current pictures. You just have to take a shot and hope and pray it's a good grade that you hope it is. So it did come back to 9/8. This is, I think, 1 of 1 right now. This is one of the ones I was really trying to knock down. I don't know. This must have been a really low account because there's no stores I've seen have it. On eBay, you never see it. It probably won't cost you much. If you probably get it for like 30, 40 bucks if you can find it. It's just one of those things where you're probably not going to see it that much. Oh. This is my sweet baby.
Oh,
This is probably in my top 5. I absolutely adore this book.
One of the best games on PlayStation.
Ever.
Yes.
And this is
Yes.
and this is Borderlands #1, but this is the special retailer incentive. For all my IDW fans out there, you know retailer incentives with them suck. They're very hard to find. This one was very low print. I think there's like 298s in the world. This is a very, very hard to find book. I have scoured for it for 3 years. 3 long, painful years.
You found it raw?
I found it graded actually on eBay. And the guy was cool. We made a deal, and it is finally in the collection. It was a very, very long hunt to get this book down.
So tell me, when you negotiate on eBay,
Yeah.
do you tell them that you specifically collect games?
I do. I always just say, hey, I'm from so-and-so. I collect this stuff. I would love to do it. I don't know how long you've had it, but I'd love to come to a deal and get this stuff. I always say, even if there's no buy it now or no best offer, just send them a message. They may have it for a while, and they may work with you. Usually they do that for me. They'll say, you know what? I've had it for a while. Let's do a deal. And it works out. And usually I always go by GPA analysis and check prices. If a book is rare like this, I will pay more just to have it.
How much premium? 10%, 15%?
15 to 20%. If it's really, really, really crazy, I'll even pay much higher if it is insane. If it's something I've never seen, I don't see it, it doesn't exist, I'll pay you good for it if I'd never see it.
Rarity counts.
Rarity counts because this stuff is not, you can go on eBay, you ain't gonna find it even raw. So to me, those are the ones that is worth paying up. If you want it, you want it, because of all the ones I've bought, I've not regret buying those that I paid more for, because now they either are worth that now, or they've been no sale since I purchased it, right? So yes, I go on CGC. I use CGC data too, which shows me all the different grades and stuff like that, so I could see what time, what year, when they graded it, all that stuff, so I could find out if maybe like this year, last year, there's some more creeping out. Because sometimes when movies or things come out, people start creaking these out of their attics or whatever portal they pull it out of. Because you may, like 4 years ago, no, this is not, it's not existing.
But this has this QR code, so this was fairly recent.
Yeah, so you could tell that 4 years ago, for a movie announcement, no one cares, whatever, it's a dollar bin, good luck finding it. Especially with these video game ones where the print was low. If the print is low, then the variant is where, right? It's like nowhere. Even if it's a 1 in 10, these are tricky. Yeah, very tricky. I have a couple like that where like the 1 in 10s, in my opinion, are some of the hardest to get in my collection. I put that in my top 5. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. I just got this in the other day. So this is Uncharted #1. This is cool. So this is this is not the Adam Hughes variant. So when I find that, this is what I call a placeholder for now. When I find the Adam Hughes, I will be selling this one. I only try to get the rares variant. So for now, it sits in my collection just to kind of place. It was very cheap, one for like way under value. So I decided to keep it. And then whenever I get the real one, I will be selling this beauty here. But I do think this is a great book and underrated. Uncharted had a movie. I don't know if we're getting another one, but I do think the games are amazing. I'm a huge fan, and I'm very happy to have that. Oh, this one's a little bit raunchy. I forgot about this one.
It's a good book.
I was trying to get this too. So this is Battle Chasers. This was a game also on Switch and consoles a couple years ago. This is the rare variant where it has the gold foil tattoo there. Very, very tricky to find. It's gone up and down in price. It just depends.
Because it's like two other variants.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. This is the normal. This is the one with the gold foil variant on it. But this is the first appearance of all the characters. This was interesting. I actually got this on eBay as well, but it was from like a coin guy, so the price was very affordable because he's not really a comic book collector.
So this is an old label.
Yes.
Old label CGC. So are you gonna resend for reholder or?
Nah, if it cracks or something, I would. Otherwise, nah, I don't like doing that too much. Unless it's a pedigree, then I'll do it.
So there's a likelihood this book was not pressed or clean.
No, not at all. So it could fetch maybe even a 9.9. Who knows? That would be crazy. Most video game covers are not that raunchy. It's one of the few I have that are what I'd say risque like that. Most are usually not that raunchy, but people like that stuff. Well, you know. Oh, this one I remember shook. This shook comic book price, or what's it called? Cover price. So these you don't. So there's
the Xenomorphs.
Yes, this one is very tricky. There's this one, and then there's the other video game that came out. It's not Colonial Marines, it's Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
So at San Diego Comic-Con, they each had comics for the respective games. When I bought this, I actually on cover price, they said someone somehow managed to find a 9.8 and pay like $300 or something for it. It was me, and there's no 9.8s right now, so good luck. I think there's like 3 or maybe 5 9.8s in the world of this. Very, 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 very tricky. I've been looking for that for quite a bit. Oh yeah, this is another one of those 1 in 10s. This is like, I put probably in my top 10 hardest to find books. If it's like a Gerber scale, I'd put it like a 9. Like there's very few in existent kind of stuff. So this was the 1 in 10. This was already a low count. Most people did not buy StarCraft or cared. And then you have to get the 1 in 10 to find this. I have literally only seen like this example. I just don't see it. Never see it. And it was already graded. I didn't even grade it. It was just like that. And it was on eBay. It was a bid, and thankfully we got that for like $100. That was the quickest 100 I spent in my life. I would have bid way more for that. As the exact, I thought I would never. I put it in my probably not. I have a list.
On Demon Time when you tried to snap.
I have a list of some I put I'd love to, and some I put probably not. That's some I probably never find it list. I'm actually surprised I managed to get it for my collection.
So you just happen to be querying, and then
it was there. I always check around the weekend. That's when people's like auctions tend to end, and see if something comes up. This one's interesting. This is for the
Yellow Label.
Del Auto. This is about the only signed one I have in my collection. So this was in Italy. They actually made this for, this is the Avengers Captain America. Like the video game Avengers. It's that variant of this. This is made by Del Auto. And this is an Italy special. I think it's like $2.98. It is literally only like $2.98. Someone on, I post my stuff on CGC forums. I had a huge like post. And someone said, I bet you'll never find one of these in 9.8. I said, bet, and I found it in about 1 week. So there was someone that had this available. There's very, 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 very few.
Did you get it from Europe? Did they send it in?
Yeah, it was from Europe. Yep, it was from Europe. And it's eBay, man. Oh, that's another tip for you. If you're on eBay, try checking worldwide. I get a lot of my stuff from Canada and Europe all the time. So I always recommend Europe and Canada, not just America, because sometimes the conversions are better. And in Canada's case, you get them really cheap sometimes.
So this is what we're looking for, but this is how we fund.
Yes, this is how we fund. So this is some of the stuff I'm actually selling these days. So these are on my shop and things like that.
So how do people find you? eBay?
eBay, and it's all Floridian Demon Comics. That's where I go from. Also Facebook. You can find me in there, or Instagram. These are all
friends with you on Floridian Demon.
These are beautiful Golden Age books. I think these are my best sellers. I like Golden Age. I think it's fun to find them. Even in restored shape like this, some of these are very rare. You're just lucky to have them, I think. I always check eBay. I'll give you guys a pro tip. If you're ever on eBay and you see like these crazy Golden Age sales, don't be scared. If there's a lot going on, there's probably some that will go undervalued. If there's 300 books, some will be cheap. Some of these are very, 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 very old.
Oh, that's a great book. Oh, snap.
Yeah, and that's some heat. Even restored doesn't matter. Human Torch, Submariner, Captain America, Golden Age is like a gold brick to me. They're good. People want them. They're good trade bait. And for me, I trade too. If it's a video game comic, I will look crazy, but I will trade this stuff for a video game comic.
So you won't go era for era. You'll trade Golden Age for
I
video
will
game.
gladly do it. If it's something I need and don't have and it's right there, I would do it. I would gladly do it. Like if someone had the Uncharted Adam Hughes, I probably would trade that. I actually would have no problem doing that.
You would trade this book for that?
I'd have to check prices, but they're pretty close. So I'd be more, because that book is hard. I think it's like 5.98, and it only goes for sale like once or twice a year, if that. This is another nice crime detectives Golden Age book here. Nice, good beauty. High grades. Love Golden Age high grade. You just don't see that, man. Those books, it's a miracle they're even alive, honestly. These are all bought graded on eBay. The next one I'll show you is actually one that I personally did get graded. We bought this one raw. I always say sometimes, if it's raw and the price is right, check the graded listings. That is Black Knight. Number 5, beautiful, minty 5.0. I think it looks great. I got on eBay for $100. It's right somewhere about the 500-ish range. It's a beautiful example. And I always say, eBay, you never know. Check those listings, especially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe they end on a weird day and no one's looking. If everything's happening, someone's gonna miss.
So let me ask you, for a Golden Age book, you're not apprehensive about buying raw?
No, not at all. Not at all.
What about in regards to color touch, trimming, anything like that?
So to me, if it's color touch or trimming, it just depends on the book. Like 2 of those are restored, but there's from, you just don't see them. I won't really care about it. Like a Human Torch or a Captain America or Submariner, it could be, you could put glue on it. I'm still gonna take it, I don't care. I know people want it, so to me, it doesn't matter too much. It just depends on how much you pay for it. To me, it's all about the price.
Yeah.
You gotta have a price in mind. Now this one, may look like not much, but this is very old. This is from, I think, like 1930. I think it's like a Superman age, like Action Comics 1 age.
So
No.
35, 36?
Like 938.
Yeah.
And I checked the Gerber scale for that one. That is a 7 on the Gerber scale. So that's like, for people who don't know, on the Gerber scale, these dudes had all the collection of golden ages and made a huge scale to figure out like scarcity. So I think a 7 is like 50 examples.
Yeah.
And they say it's like, I read it last night, it says you have to be lucky to find one. Those are, you just don't see them. This is more like 60s, where like you say here, comic book code of authority, it says not golden age, but I got that recently because I was at a comic book shop and it was really cheap. So I'll stack them too. But I got there's some stuff. I've been working hard. And again, if it's a video game comic, I'll trade it with my eyes closed. People might call me stupid, but I think it's worth it. I have some good examples of that. I had a Amazing Spider-Man 50, First Kingpin in 3.0, and I did trade it for a Cyberpunk one, but the rare Somalian variant with only 300 printed copies. They said it was stupid. They said it was crazy. Why? I paid $600 for that book, and then I traded it for the Cyberpunk. I checked the values now. The Cyberpunk is worth about $1,400. I have no regrets. It's fine. It's fine. This is Golden Age horror. Golden Age horror is always good.
So easy horror.
In my opinion, that stuff goes off as like instantly to me.
It's a beautiful art.
Yep. I think it's cool. Snag that off of eBay. Again, those listings, you just gotta check. If the prices are right, I will comp. And I like to get it cheap, because if I get it cheap, I could sell them cheap, or at least cheaper than normal. And I think Golden Age horror goes pretty quickly. I never usually hold on to them too long.
You gotta take a look at the back of this book, yo.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
character.
'Cause
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can tell. Yeah, look, whoever,
Someone added their own personal
some
touch.
little kid, yeah, he was like, yo, I really like that. Let me recreate
He's like,
it next
I
time.
want a BB gun.
Yeah.
I love the story
cool.
behind it, because that's what a lot of people do. You read comic books, you love them, and so I think it's cool when it's like that. You can tell it was read and loved. Sometimes people like those crazy 9.0 perfect museum examples, but sometimes I like a book like that too. And then most of the cover got preserved. There is some, rough stuff, but at least the art, I feel like as long as you get the art good, you can see and appreciate it, I think you're good. At the end of the day, if it presents well, that's what collectors want. They want it to present well. If it presents like a towel, it's not going to be that good. Oh yeah, this is a nice, beautifully. So this is still like right after. This is still 1955, but I think it's right after the comic code hit. So this is post-code horror, but very early post-code horror. In a 7.0 with that beautiful red, bright colors, you gotta take that stuff. There's people that collect all kinds of Marvel horror. That's very popular. All those unknown world type issues. So that was
I haven't
something.
seen those colors.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that. And this one is another Resto. This is another really old one. This is from, it's from 1941. This is Centaur Publishing. So Centaur Publishing is one of the hardest to find golden ages. They were not around that long. They made stuff like the Arrow and some of those characters. Their books, you just don't see them. You just never see them. You just never really do.
Oh, got someone's attention.
So I always just scoop them up whenever I can. And like I said, I'm nuts. I collect video game comics. So whatever I get, it just goes usually to that.
Bought this one graded.
I bought this one graded as well. A lot of these were all purchased graded, besides the Black Knight, which I did get that sent in myself, and very happy with the result. I wasn't expecting that. I think the most demand will come from those. Anything like Captain America or early Submariner, early Human Torch, these books barely survived. It's a blessing to have them alive, even in 1 or 2.0 shapes, and they're very desired. If you put this in any like high-end show, someone will at least offer you something for it. It won't just sit on your shelf for years. It's not happening. People want and collect those. And that's another one where it's like, it's beautiful colors. It's old. I mean, 7.5 for something that old, you gotta take that stuff. Someone will want it. Someone.
Off-white to white paper.
Off-white to white pages for something older than my grandfather, you gotta take it.
From the 40s?
You gotta take it. You just don't see it, right? So, and all that stuff, I usually sell them, fund the hobby, get the video game books, and keep it pushing until the collection is complete.
What's on the hit list? What are you looking for?
Wow, this year, let's see, we're already like a good quarter through the year. Time goes by quick.
Yeah, first quarter.
I really want probably First Link this year. Nintendo Comic System Previews 1. I think that's the one book I really want to nail down this year of all else. That, and I'd say Twisted Metal 1, or Twisted Metal 2 #1. That was a prize and there's only 50. There were supposed to be 100, but only 51. The rest were destroyed. In my opinion, that right there is. If I had to put my Doom as the Action Comics one of video games, that's the Detective 27. Those are the two. I think if I have both those, it's done. You can't dispute it. I have the best. You'd have to get those before you even get at me. I think if I have those, it's done. It's done. A lot of the ones like Mario is completed and stuff like that. I would like Shadow. That'd be cool. Sonic 98 would be a great 98 to have this year. And maybe, let me think else. Oh, the Uncharted. I'd like to have the Uncharted variant done. Now that I have that one there, it's bothering me that I don't have the one that I want. So I'd like that one completed. And Life is Strange, there is a Forbidden Planet variant. I would love to have that in 98. I've been trying to hunt that thing down for about the whole 3 years. Haven't found it. So I'd love to see that.
Right.
I think the last one I'll say is Dead Space. Dead Space,
the video game?
yes, but there is a preview comic. It is not non-existent. I've seen just a 9.6 available. That's probably the only time I've seen that book in existence. I love that one. That is very, very hard. It is not the same as Dead Space 1. It actually is different content material. Very hard to find it.
Thank you for stopping by, bro.
Floridian Demon, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep inspiring us with these video game books.
Yes, sir.
And Golden Age.
Yes. More for next time.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next one.
That's right.